That sounds like the end of a show. Previously on YouTube.
Okay. Sorry about my voice. I'm not sick. She thinks I'm sick. I'm not sick.
Well, I'm sick too. Well, I'm
Whether this is the sick segment.
Wait, what?
I should have canceled. I'm sick. I'm not sick. I lost my voice. I don't want everyone to be nervous. I was traveling a lot, and I sound sexy. But you're not gonna get sick. Everybody, just be cool. Right? I'm like, you know what I mean?
I'm not going to be my normal energetic self, though. I feel like I got to conserve.
It's just a weird time now. In the old days, you'd just be like, wow, he's gutting it out. But now I feel like, what a piece of shit. We're all going to get horribly sick and die. You won't. I mean, you will die, but not because of this. Possibly. You could leave and get hit. Something. You know?
I have a friend, this kind of grungy guy, works at a film, a film crew, he's like a location scout, and I think it was a year ago, when COVID was a big deal, and he was on set one day, he was on the crew all day in this small room, just with the whole crew, for 4 hours, and then the guy running in, or one guy comes in and goes, Steve, what the hell are you doing here? You tested positive for COVID yesterday. Did you not get the email?
Oh, God.
Get out of here! You missed the email.
How did that guy know his COVID results?
I guess he must have been the COVID.
Like the man,
Oh, the
team
COVID
manager
guy.
or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fact check my story, Peter.
It's all good.
I just looked up I remember all the medical numbers from when I was a kid.
I had a real chatter on the plane today, and it was really brutal. And so what do you do for work? Like that. And then it was the classic lie when you get caught in it, where you're like, oh, my wife and I, we run a bar. And he's like, you own a bar? And I was like, well, our friend owns it, but he lets us run it. And he's like, so why are you always traveling? And I was like, well, we have the freedom of...
That's why I don't lie. I feel like you get caught.
You can't just tell a guy a comedian. That's horrible. That's the worst case scenario.
That's why I still...
No, he wants to hear jokes. Do you know this guy? It'll never ask.
I want to tell jokes. I want to perform. I want him to think I'm interested.
And then the other day I was flying to Denver and I got recognized. I was in an aisle seat. Got recognized, and this guy went, "Oh my God, I'm a big fan." And so this lady who was sitting next to me was on the phone and didn't even hang up. She just went, "Are you a basketball player?" Because I had the Wisconsin sweatpants, and she was like, "Are you a basketball player?" She's like, "I think I'm next to a basketball player." And I was like, "No, I'm not." And she's like, "Well, what are you? Obviously, you're famous." And she's like, "I'm sitting next to a famous guy." She just kept shocking.
In real time, updating.
Yes, literally.
I was in the car. I was on the road with Stav a couple weeks ago, and we were riffing about something as soon as we got in the car. Just talking about some stupid shit or whatever, and the driver's like, "Oh, you guys must be a couple comedians," and we all just kind of went, like he was kidding. And then within minutes, Stav is like, "So yeah, I'm gonna shoot the special in Austin." In May. Just talking about being a comedian, couldn't hide it at all.
I think that's insane. I don't tell anybody I'm a comedian. I don't talk comedy in front of them.
I think it's insane though that you pretended that you owned a bar.
I don't like
Yeah, that is
I do it all the time. No, I didn't say own. I said I ran. He had the same misinterpretation. I go to Starbucks every day, and the guy, they all know me from being there every day, and the guy was like, "Did I see you on Stavros' podcast?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, he lives around the corner." And he was like, "What?" And the guy started he looked he was gonna shit.
I should be impressed that you know me.
Should we start? Are we ready?
Yeah.
You want to go first?
Oh, yeah, I'll go first, yeah.
Yeah, you're the last minute.
Yeah, of course, of course.
All right.
I haven't done comedy in 8 days. Might go bad, but that's fine.
All right. Wait, I haven't done comedy in 8 days.
Yeah.
You just told me you did 12 weekends in a row on the road.
Well, I didn't. Starting and ended last week.
Okay.
He's off the show.
I'm counting the weekend I was in Boston.
He's out.
Yeah.
Hertzberg's out.
When you said it too, I was like, I don't
It was
know.
12 before that, I swear.
All right.
With one break, but other than that, 12. It was 12 unbroken besides one break.
Anyways, you're first.
Chevy Chase was supposed to be Forrest Gump.
No,
That movie was written for him.
Really?
Yeah.
a smart ass retarded guy.
It would have been actually funny.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
I still
Yeah.
Happy fucking Monday, baby. For the great rock drummer, do you think, are you like a guy that looks at rock drumming like these are fucking idiots that suck?
I am curious. Yeah, who do you think are the best rock drummers?
Because like some people look at rock, like jazz drummers look at rock drummers as like fucking stinky. Max Weinberg's my favorite drummer.
He's great.
He's
Conan O'Brien drum?
what's that?
The guy Conan O'Brien.
If that helps, yes.
I'm guessing he's from
Yes,
something
the
I don't
Conan
know.
drummer. Yeah. So the E Street Band.
If that helps, that's a Seinfeld reference.
Yeah. I saw Brian Wilson live, and he played God Only Knows, and he introduced by saying, "This is Paul McCartney's favorite song." So when I met Paul McCartney, I was like, "Is that your favorite song?"
You met Paul McCartney.
I hung out with him for like half an hour.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. Wait, we have to figure out who's next.
Yeah.
Do you want to go next? You're there. You're over there.
Okay.
You're closest. We'll go in order. Who's closest?
Here's the door.
Fine.
How did you meet Paul McCartney?
I met Paul McCartney. I went to see him with Louis. This is pre-cancellation. It was my wedding gift from Louis, which is funny because Sarah was not invited. So Sarah got no wedding gift. So we went and saw.
That's the best bachelor party ever, though.
We went and saw McCartney,
Yeah.
and this is like he was like in the VIP section. We had like a little VIP section. So it's hilarious that you can hear Ron better than you can hear me. So we got there. First of all, Louis late for everything.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. We took the subway. We left at such a crazy time. We're like, the show is like an 8 o'clock show. It's like 8:20. We're like at his house in the village, and he's like telling us. I'm like, can we maybe hit the road? So when we got there, McCartney was going on. So we were in like the bowels of the arena, and he was walking, and they had to be like, hold on. And McCartney walked by like carrying his bass with the band, like right where you are. It was like mind blowing.
That's crazy.
So it's VIP, so we grabbed like a free burger and water, got to our seats. He had already taken the stage.
Yeah.
And the row, it was Louis, me, empty seat, Stevie Van Zandt, who's in the E Street Band. And then,
He played for the Conan as well, right?
I don't know, did he? I don't think so. But anyways, he was, and then his girl, whoever his date was. So I'm like elbowing Louis. I'm a huge Springsteen guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is crazy. Stevie Van Zandt is over there. So we watched the whole show.
Yeah.
Halfway through the show, the little usher guy's like, excuse me, you need to get up. So we get up like this, and like Bruce Springsteen and Patty Scaffel, his wife, who's also the Street Band, shuffle by. Like Springsteen's like doing this.
You're kidding.
And then Patty sits here, Bruce sits here, then Stevie. And then during Hey Jude, this is the crazy part. So during Hey Jude, we're all doing the na-na-nas.
Yeah.
And Patty's filming Bruce doing na-na-na, and then gets the whole arena, and then like points to us and he's doing this. So I'm in a Springsteen home video, which is crazy. So then, again, we have to get up, and Springsteen like shuffles by with Van Zandt.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, oh, I guess they're going to, and I realized I'm like, oh, they're going to play. That's why they're sitting here. They're getting ready to go on. So we have to go, and they shuffle by.
Yeah.
And it was a good minute before I realized too. We're just sitting there, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
they're going to play. And then
Missing the show.
Yes. After leaving early.
McCartney does the classic comedy intro. He literally introduces Bruce and then Stevie at one time. So he's like, we got a special guest here. It's Bruce Springsteen and Stevie Van Zandt. But like nobody hears Stevie because everyone just goes crazy. So they go up, they play. I saw her standing there. They finish the song, and Paul goes, well, let's just do it again. They must have only rehearsed one song, so they just played. It's the only time I've ever seen this at a concert. They played the same song twice in a row.
You're kidding.
And everyone went crazy. No, he was just like, all right. And they just played again, which is hilarious. They had no backup song.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, they were like, a guy came up and was like, do you want to go to Paul's having a little party afterwards? Do you want to go? And so then Louis and I were the first ones down there. It was just the two of us. Sitting, everything's all decorated. We just stood there, and then Paul finally came out, and he just came right. He knew Louis from SNL 40. And so we chatted for about 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And he touched me at one point. He was like, you don't seem funny. I'm just taking a piss. And then I brought up the Brian Wilson thing, but this is the funniest part. So I'm like, is it your favorite song? He's like, well, it's a very good song. He was a bit diplomatic.
Right.
He said, it's a very good song. And then he goes, you know, we love Brian. And the Beach Boys, we put out Revolver. And then they answered with Pet Sound. And he's telling the story. I'm like, no, I know. I know that. And then he's like, and then we came out with Sgt. Pepper. We were trying to match Pet Sound.
I read this in a book when I was 15.
I was like, yes, I know all your stories. And he talked about that for a while. And then at one point, Louis, he was telling a story, he paused, and then Louis started telling a story. And the whole time I'm like, oh my God. He just interrupted McCartney, but I was like, maybe he doesn't realize. And then Louis finished his story, and McCartney goes, anyways. And he went back, and I was like, oh, that was brutal. And then afterwards, Louis like, I interrupted Paul McCartney. And I was like, I know. But the funniest thing he said, McCartney, one of the funniest things, the memorable things, he loves comedy. And he was in LA and he wanted to go to a comedy show, so he called, I won't say the club on camera, but he called the club and was like, hey, I'm Paul McCartney, I want to come to the show tonight. And they were like, oh, tonight's not a great night, it's urban night? And he was like, well, what's that? And they're like, it's like black comics. And he's like, well, I don't care. He's like, that sounds great. I like comedy. Like, they just thought they were going to turn away Paul McCartney because there was blacks. And then he was like, I went to the show. He's like, it was great. He's like, I thought they were great. I loved it.
That's funny.
But I'm like, you know, he's like a hippie. He's not like, it's not Ted Nugent. It's just like, I remember hearing like years ago, like, you could connect everyone in the world within 7 people. Have you ever heard that theory?
Yeah.
I think about this because I'm like, well, think about like, I'm me, and I know Paul McCartney.
Right.
So it's like, think about every person that Paul McCartney met.
Yeah.
Like, you already have Obama in
Yeah.
3 moves, and then
Right.
like, so you're at Putin.
Right.
Like, starting
I'm
with...
only 1 degree from.
Well, no, I saw
Yes.
Putin in like 2003. I was like
the
going.
Tacoma Dome. It was
Yeah.
the 2 shows.
So once I was like walking home from school and I was going across campus,
Yeah.
and there was like this whole crowd of people around, and I was like, what's going on? And someone was like, oh, Vladimir Putin's here. And he was like he had just like finished a talk and he was like shaking people's hands. And I knew who he was, even though it was 2003 because I was taking a class like
Yeah.
That's
on
crazy.
Russian civilization.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he like killed people, that's why.
I know.
I mean, also, like, I think about, like, Letterman. I did Letterman, I shook hands with Letterman. So, like, think about everyone he had on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Like Jimmy Carter. So we're already at Jimmy Carter.
Yep.
And he shakes everyone's hand on a plane. Every
So-
time he takes a plane. So that's most of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Also, like, Springsteen. Springsteen does a podcast with Obama. Oh, I'm back to Obama again.
Yeah.
Or he did. I don't
Yeah.
think it was good.
Springsteen and Obama, they're basically just doing Calm Town.
Well,
You have a mask. That's good because I'm like, yeah, you're who I was worried. You're who we were both worried about the other. Like I was worried about someone that was worried, and then you were worried about someone that sounds like this. So we're, you know what it is? It's mostly semen. I went crazy. I just sucked off a lot of men this weekend. And,
Yeah, you quit drinking and feel like you can just eat whatever you want. It's amazing.
well, we might have different lives.
You don't have to mention Asian.
My cousin, he got his doctorate.
Well, certainly,
But you're
I always
saying-
have this.
You're saying...
Address. No one's gonna be like, he didn't bring up he's Asian.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I thought you meant like, oh, is it weird that I bring it up every time? I shouldn't. I think you shouldn't.
I shouldn't.
Yeah.
I know it's stupid to do the whole thing, I'm Asian, blah, blah, blah. But I also think it feels a little weird to go 10 minutes and not do anything.
Definitely does not. That's
You're
insane.
living in like the 60s,
Yeah.
man. There's like a billion Asian people. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I still think my point stands. I bet you poll the audience, they have not seen more than
Right.
2 Asians on stage.
No, but the question is, the poll for the audience is, you go up and do 10 minutes of comedy and don't mention you're Asian.
Yeah.
And then we ask the audience, hey, did you think that was weird? They're gonna be like, what? They're not gonna be like, what the fuck? To me, like, the only, like, I have to address this is if you have a fucked out, like a black eye, or you're missing your front teeth.
Form, wheelchair.
Yeah. Yes, a wheelchair, yeah. Gay, if you're gay. You know, deformity. No.
I think I could be a 911 operator. You guys ever think that? You ever I watch a lot of murder docs, and don't you find like 911 operator to be like the dispatch? I feel like they're the meanest people I've ever. Every 911 call in a movie, they're always like, oh, hello, my house is on fire. And then they're always leave with the same thing, like, ma'am, calm down. Calm down. That's like the opening line, no matter what. Doesn't matter how calm you are. And then they'll be like, please, my whole house is fine. I have pets. And they're like, bitch, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, how long are these shifts? Why are they so rude to these victims? I feel like I'd be better. I'm a very empathetic guy, as you can see. I'd be like, 911, they're like, my husband's been shot. And I'd be like, oh my God. Are you serious? Whoa. That is terrible. And then they're like, what do I do? And I'm like, Therapy. I'm thinking therapy because that's a really horrible thing to see. I mean, I'm in therapy because my dad didn't hug me enough. You're watching your husband die, so. I forgot to get reels. I forgot we were filming this. Comedy's all about the reels. You gotta get a clip. So I'm gonna do some crowd work. Hey, France, huh? Let's get them. Who do you think has better vision? You without glasses or you with glasses? You think you have better? Fuck you guys with no glasses. Bunch of fucking assholes. Bunch of snobs. No glasses wearing snobs. You think me cheating is better, is not as good as your regular old vision?
Well, I'm just talking about him. I don't know about you.
Yeah, fuck him. He says, I can see better than you. I can see anything. Look at that, I see all you guys. How long have you guys been together? Here comes the clip. I'm gonna nail him. 3.5 years. Are you engaged? Well, you want to ask her tonight? That's the clip. Comic makes it weird. Although I think that was the clip we did last time. I think it was the same. Shit. What are you waiting for, dude? You don't know. If he proposed, would you say yes? Yeah. If he did. He's not going to. I don't want to get you all fucked up. But would you say yes, you think? Yeah. That's really sweet. She'd marry you. And you're just sitting on your hands like a jerk. That's fucked up. I mean, I don't want to be this guy, but that's really... And your best days are behind you. I mean... Are you guys in your 20s? Yeah. Well, you're blowing it. You got a good girl there, and I don't know what to do. I'm only kidding. I didn't propose till I was. My wife was 68 when I proposed to her. She's 81 now. Years young. Does any of this say anything? We should propose. It's fun. It's fun to propose. It's exciting. You're like, boo, and they're like, what? If you had to have sex with one of his friends, which one would it be? Like, gun to a head, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna shoot both of you if you don't hook up with one of his best buds. That's a good game show. Don't you think that'd be a good game show? All right, well. Gotta really end it. Stuff away. Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming, everybody. Appreciate it.